This is TOC, not TOGC. We're gonna blitz through this pretty quickly. Just a brief TLDR of what's going on here. Same strats that will apply on Heroic apply here in normal. Every single person is going to stack in the exact same point for the Magnetar, the first boss that comes out of the Northern Beast. That includes Hunters. I will bait the Molotov cocktails. Crazy, go ahead and hop on Concentration. You'll Aura Mastery the first staggering stomp into Nam Nam. Once the worms come out, only the tank Death Knight should be in range of Dreadscale. Wait for threat to be established. Spread out at least 11 yards apart or 10.1 yards apart from each other. Oh, there's Brad. Getting... Did I let them know?
So we're doing it on normal mode.
Normal into Heroic. Normal to give people the chance to warm up and see what's going on. And then go from there. In regards to the loot from normal, I'm not going to DKP it. I will award you DKP for the normal kills, but just like need if you need. For Heroic, we will DKP trinkets. Everything else will just be like rolled. Trinkets and regalia. Ready check, ideally for pull. Again, every single person should be stacked inside of, let's say, Art Hussey, including the Hunters, with Crazy doing first Aura Mastery, Nam Nam second. Caroline, you're good, I got works. Initiating the Jim Jam. Alright.
I think he already started the first boss.
오, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Staggering Stomp in 5. Your Aura Mastery Crazy. That's fine. Well, it's also normal. Yeah, there's no mortality here. They're dual boxing. Yeah, loot spawns on that character. Yeah, staggering stomp. See your Aura Mastery. Kill the snowballs, spread out 10.1 yards apart from each other. Melee, you can also spread out. Don't engage Red Scale until it is on Death Knight. That initial aggro is like snap, and you don't want it to snap onto your face. You want it to snap onto Death Knight's face. Again, 10.1 yards apart from each other. Be directly inside one other player if you need to save space. But otherwise be 10 yards apart from one another, not being in front of Red Scale. Because Red Scale does a frontal breath attack. Paralytic melee, my DSOC. If you are a melee and able to get rid of that yourself, I recommend you do. Death Knight, you need to cleanse them with your debuff, Death Knight. Or did you? Or did I? Disregard. Already done. Disregard, it's already done. There will be another paralytic, most likely. It is very important that you spread for the paralytic. Yeah. In the context of Heroic, I would strongly recommend that melee not all stack up around Acid Maw when he is still on the ground, as there is a solid chance that will happen and does much more.
Who got the flame?
No one. You guys are just gonna have to get healed. Mr. X tricks Death Knight the Death Knight. Mr. X tricks Death Knight the Death Knight. Yeah. Dodge the massive crash. If the Yeti is facing you, move either left or right, depending on where he is facing in regards to you.
Bro, can you not troll me while I'm like half asleep? It's so not funny.
It was indeed Nam Nam. At the hop. Alright. Need if you need. Need if you need. Get a right click at the summoning stone.
Oh, got the cloak.
Chip, you should have a summon on your rogue there. And fire it up. Again, form groups of 3. All melee DPS should be firmly inside of the blue square. All melee DPS be firmly inside the blue square. Ranged DPS and healers forming groups of 3. Shamans, priests, mages, hunters, purge, dispel magic, spell steal, and shrink shot the nether power as soon as it is on him. If you get legion flames on you, it is swarming shadows, and you move away. If you get incinerate flesh, you just hang out. Trifling gnome. Well, yeah, there was some sort of channel that, like, had that information. No, although it's certainly quite a lot.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There's no better alternative. Got nether power coming up. Heal Zolo. Cleanse the nether power. Activate shamans, that shit should be gone instantly. It's pretty good. Seer, you've got swarming shadows. On heroic, you would swap to and kill the nether portal. That is not the case on normal. You cleave down the mistress.
차단. 당신이 대상입니다.
Yeah. It's got a health bar and everything. Legion Flame in 2. Crazy.
차단.
You can, yes. Double cloak and maybe Amos. He's right before him.
차단.
Wasabe the Shaman, I am missing you on the purge meters. I would prefer to not see that on heroic. It actually is, yep.
차단.
Need if you need. Everyone stack under the Alliance shield. That is the blue one with the lion on its face. If you cannot tell the two apart, stack under the Alliance shield. Those who need a fish is deployed under the Alliance shield. NPC is there. So this will be faction champions coming down on Heroic. There will be like a whole chunk of assignments. Everyone will get some indestructible potions. For normal, it'll just be a bit of a zugging.
No boomy. I have a boomy spec, Maru, just in case you need one.
Word, I'll keep that in mind. Alrighty, so again, we're gonna zug the rogue. After the rogue, you'll zug the hunter, but you're starting on the rogue. There's a pull timer. These mobs do take 75% reduced AoE damage, so don't waste your time pushing AoE buttons like Divine Storm and Consecrate. That is especially true on Heroic, where those things may break CC. For now, don't stress over CCing, just zug the rogue. You can use your CC if you like, but yeah, with the rogue zugged, go ahead and swap onto the hunter. New skull.
바닥 조심하세요.
Man, I can't get my bear macro to work. To bash people. I wanna cast bear form, cast enrage, and cast stun. Like by just smashing the macro basically. But it's...
No, so you'd have to.
No, it's not. But if I spam it, then it should still hit.
Well, you don't want to cast sequence at that point.
Okay. Yeah, I think I can cast bear form and enrage at the same time. And then I should just push it one more time for bash. Yep.
Go ahead and zug a Harksog. It's got a skull on his head. Dude, zug the boomy. Zug the Mage. Alright. Zug the Priest.
I figured out what's wrong. If I smash it too many times, it just puts me out of bear form again instead of casting bash. Because it goes back to the initial line.
Yeah.
Cast bear form. Yeah, I had it's dire bear form as well. It's like because bear form. yeah. Exclamation mark. And then what? It doesn't uncancel it, or how do I say that? Gotcha. So if I smash that now, smash. No, it's still. See how it still puts me out of form? Oh no, it doesn't. That's weird. Okay, that seems to keep me in bear form. Yeah, well, I've got nothing to target, so I can't test the bash, but it does look like it's keeping me in bear form. So if I...
Everyone in the raid, stack pixel perfect with blue square and align with the dark. Again, you're looking to be pixel perfect inside the blue square after you've aligned with the dark portal, the dark essence. Wasabe, Caroline. Oh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Again, pixel perfect blue square.
Where's Caroline? Out of range.
Don't worry about it. Secondary.
Did.
Something special will happen in 5 seconds. Be ready for something special. That something special will be
대상 변경하세요.
a shield. You need to swap to light and attack Darkbane. Swap to light and attack Darkbane.
차단.
We will move the bosses over to the dark portal. Everyone in the raid should now be light aligned, with the soakers being dark. Everyone in the raid should now be light aligned, with the soakers being dark. Again, be pixel perfect in that blue square. Take the moment to make sure you are pixel perfect in the blue square. There's a light vortex. Already be light aligned from before. I'm gonna just stay on my paladin because normal burrowers don't like do anything. That being said, Art Hussy and Atmosphere, practice your positionings and working together to achieve the positioning. Sure, subsequent MDs can go to me. Initial to Death Knight, the Death Knight. Also, I suggest everyone potentially adjust their camera settings.
Fuck's sake.
Rose, if you can, Rose.
Have to
Fucking
check your
Idiot.
boss, guys, to cancel it.
It's not about cancelling it, it's just don't fucking do it.
It's my it's my first time here in GOC with the guild, but I feel like someone gonna do it. I was checking all the time.
It's always gonna happen. Anyways. Oh no, you'd be doing might, right? Indeed, take off Power Word Fortitude if you have it on, and do not buff Commanding Shots. No, we never got Fortitude, so... No mirror images or Starfall until Burrow. I don't have a Boomy, so it's less relevant. But no mirror images or Starfall until Burrow. Everyone should be like pixel perfect stocked with Heart Hussy on a neighbor's butt, with the exception of the Hunters or main door aspect. Whole timer being deployed.
Caroline!
Five,
I'm here. Oh, you
Four,
are playing multiple
three.
tunes.
2, 1.
Death Knight shunt far left. The Death Knight shunt far left. Like move the you're freezing slash. Well, when you're not freezing slash, move the buff. Like all the way to the left, the Death Knight like to the wall. Oh, that's right, but like you see the 3 rocks over in the corner, Death Knight. The Death Knight. Here, I'm gonna put a fire on them. It's a bit too northwest, but that's the general idea, yeah. Yeah, no, I gotcha. We will kill these burrowers, and then push up onto Skull.
사, 삼, 이, 일.
He's gonna burrow, that's fine. This is a good chance. Everyone should be attacking Swarm Scarabs right now. Crazy doing light kiting. However, on Heroic, you won't do any kiting at all. You'll just go to any southern patch and break it. Any DPS that is not being pursued should be actively killing Swarm Scarabs. Note that Swarm Scarabs are vulnerable to all forms of CC, all slows, all stuns. It is your best option to not let the Swarm Scarabs actually touch you, as they apply an infinitely stacking debuff. If you are a dot class, you want to just like dot them and move on to the next one. Don't try to like sit on them, just dot them and move on. We will have a burrow phase on Heroic. When we come back up here, we can just push. But on Heroic, you will not touch a noob at all. You will wait.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Until all of the acid-drenched mandibles has fallen off. Get pixel perfect stacked. Yeah, Harrison. That's fine. It's stacked on Red Frozen, or sorry, not Red Frozen, onto Art Hussy with Death Knight too. And healers, from this point, you would strictly be healing penetrating cold targets in your assigned groups. And that's it. Everyone go and take the portal to Dalaran and fly back. Dom, you here? Come, Boomy or Shadow Priest? We are, but you know what, we do have the Elemental Shamans, yeah, the Shadow.
We took the portal and lane back.
Where's the Tomakinas? You get some like bodies at the summoning stone outside. That works too. Let's head in.
I didn't get it, so we are not saved for the red. Alright,
Trial of the
well done.
Crusader and Trial of the Grand Crusader are two different instances, whereas Ice Crown, yeah. No. Never ever. You can if you want, Brad. It's fine. It's paladin buffs. I will adjust high power momentarily. There's a fish down by the blue square. If you need a flask, you can trade a blue square or a star with gold for a flask. Alright, let's get a summon on Bedrow, get him buffed, and fire up the engines. Same deal, Crazy will be first Aura Mastery on Concentration into Nam Nam into Caroline. Every single person will be Pixel Perfect stacked on Art Hussey. A ready check, ideally for pull. What? Including the Hunters. Maybe, hang on. Everyone has come back ready on the ready check.
어서오게 용사들이 은빛 십자군의 부림에 담대히 응한 모두를 환영하라. 바로 이곳 십자군 원형 경기장에서 제군들은 엄청난 도전에 마주칠 걸세. 혹독한 원형 경기장에서 살아남는 자는 은빛 십자군의 일원이 되어 얼음 왕관 성체로 진군해 나갈 걸세. 폭풍 후 동물이 가장 깊고 어두운 동굴에서 온 깃뚫는 자 고르목일세. 영웅들이여 전투에 임하게.
경의 야수들은 우리 용사들의 상대가 안 돼.
5, 4,
Combat in
3,
5, Mr. X
E,
checks Death Knight, the Death
E.
Knight. Staggering Stomp 5. Crazy, go ahead and button. And then you are next. 15 seconds. Staggering Stomp in 5. Caroline, go ahead and grab Concentration. Staggering Stomp in 5. Did not see it actually. Kill the snowballs. No one is in melee range of jet scale except for Death Knight, the Death Knights. Spread out 10 yards apart from one another without being in front of jet scale.
2, 1.
If the Molten Sphere has happened, Death Knight, you can cleanse people. If it hasn't, disregard that. But if the Molten Sphere has happened, go and cleanse people. Okay, go cleanse people, Death Knight. You can rotate the boss, Death Knight. If the molten spew has happened, you are free to move and should be cleansing people. Stay spread. Stay spread. Be even more spread than you were before, because we are likely to see another. Okay, he didn't do it. Mr. X tricks temporarily to Maru. This is a threat reset. Mr. X tricks temporarily to Maru. Note that I do have the paralytic, and so he is going to be just kind of hanging out right here. Melee, you will need to move away in time. You're not going to move to the wall. Next, Mr. X and Tricks will be to Death Knight the Death Knight. Mr. X and Tricks are to Death Knight the Death Knight.
5, 4,
Be aware that there is a slime pool almost in the dead center of the room. When you get knocked back by the charge, you really want to get knocked back on the Alliance side of the room. So be in the Alliance half of the room. Morgan, there's a puddle next to you, and Big Jazzy. That puddle will reach you. Death Knight, we really do want to be on the other half of the room, but we will have to just hope this is okay. We have Massive Crash in 3, 2, 1.
피하세요.
Do not get Massive Crashed. Pump the ice out. No. Alrighty. Do I roll if interested? Going once, going twice, going to Bread, and also to Wolf Druid. Flowing Vestments of Ascent, roll if interested. Going once, going twice, going to Atmosphere. Alrighty, if you are a melee DPS, go stack on like White Smoke Flare, all melee DPS of the raid, so the ranged DPS and healers have a better idea of where they can be. If you're a melee DPS, can be pixel perfect inside of blue square. Blue square, I guess you can back up slightly. Ranged DPS and healers, make sure you are in groups of 3, tight groups of 3. Do not be on your own, be with at least one buddy, ideally 2 buddies. Same thing, Wasabe, Morgrim, Warmaned, Eye Hunter, Big Jazzy, Fancy, Makinas. Make sure that you are trank shotting, spell stealing, purging, and spell magicking when the nether power goes out. I may call for your DSAC crazy and also like Aura Masteries around the nether power. Every DPS will swap to and kill the nether portal in the volcanoes, however not the adds that come out of them, you will cleave those down passively. Yep. Yeah, go to the right, not the left with your flame. Nam Nam is on fire. Here comes Draxus, Eredar, Lord of the Burning Legion.
기다리고 있게나.
Yeah.
무시무시한 파멸의 수명이 나타날 거예요. 눈 크게 뜨고 보세요.
Yeah.
짜잔, 해냈어요. 이 엄청난 능력을 보세요. 소환의 대가 윌프레드 피즐백입니다. 너는 이제 내 부하다, 악마야.
보이지도 않는 놈주지. 그렇게 까불더니
In 14 seconds, you can push the heroism button.
오, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Please heroism.
차단.
Legion Flame in 3. Do not Legion
Seven.
Flame into the Nether portal. More Grim. All DPS swapping to and killing the Nether portal.
차단. 차단.
Heal Warmand. I have the Legion Flame.
차단. 차단.
Heal Wolf Druid. I'll have a Legion Flame in 1, Legion Flame, Divine Dream. Swap to and kill the Infernal Volcano, but not the Infernals themselves. Just the Volcano.
차단.
Crazy, D-Suck, and M&M Aura Mastery. He did just beam, so we won't. Get rid of the Nether Power on him, heal Morgrim.
차단.
We might have just like fixed the timings with that, which should be nice. Chansey, you have Legion Flames, that is Storming Shadows. You can either Ice Block it or run with it.
차단.
And that is Jiraxis. Roll, if want, Lionhead Slasher.
안 됐지만 흑마법으로 장난치는 자들에게
Going once,
교훈이 되었을
going twice, going to Death Knights. We have another one. Anyone else want to roll for Lionhead Slasher? Going once, going twice. Also going to Death Knight.
당장 죽음을 안겨주마.
Got these legs.
모두 쓰레기를
Roll if you want.
악마 군주의 도움 따위는 필요 없다. 덤벼봐라.
모두 흥분을 가라앉히고 진정하십시오. 이 경기엔 아무
Ready, everyone stack under the Alliance shield. If in your bags you do not currently possess 2 indestructible potions, these are free of charge. Trade Murray the Blue Square for indestructible potions. They may just save your life on this encounter. Treefire, do you have an insignia of the Alliance? Also, Voltok, same question. Like a PvP trinket?
I got it.
Word. 'Cause you're probably going to be on like a CC bot duty, and to that end, being able to un-CC yourself to continue that CC bot duty would be wise. Yeah, Medallion of the Alliance.
다음 전투는 은빛
If I put you on CC bot duty, equipping the medallion, if you're not a human, even if you are a human, wise choice. That being said, I do have to go through several assignments, so if you've gotten your indestructible potion, you can yeah, face the Alliance wall and take a brief
명예롭게 싸워주십시오.
AFK.
저들에게 적은 없다. 호드 용사들이여, 럭타 오갈!
You have the Rep Paladin as the extra. Right. Hmm. Does Maim cost combo points? Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. One moment. To an extent, Tree Fire, if you're... to an extent. We tried that on normal and it wasn't, like, terribly successful. I'll have to do. Ready check not quite for pull, just to see who is here. Enough for here to go over assignments. Red Frozen, you are going to be on the Mage. You are going to use your Mind Freeze, Death Grip, and Strangulate to stop any frost-based spells that come out of the Mage, and also DPS the Mage. Art Hussy, you'll also be on the Mage, same thing, stopping arcane spells. Warp Ward, you are going to be on the Warlock, stopping shadow spells. Small Pants, you are going to be on the Warlock, stopping fire spells. Also for Red Frozen, Art Hussy, Warp Ward, and Small Pants, you're not just there to interrupt. Also put as much DPS as you can into those targets without compromising yourself. For Wreck, you are going to sit on the Priest, you are going to stop heals on the Priest, and you are going to DPS it. For Death Knight, use your Mind Freeze and Strangulate to stop mana burn. You can also like look around the room and potentially like death grip things away from people if you like, but your primary job is going to be stopping mana burn on the Priest. Bread, I'm going to throw you on top of the enemy Shaman. Stop as many heals as you can on the enemy Shaman and also just like DPS it. Atmosphere, you are going to CC bot the enemy Tree. Tree Fire, you are going to CC bot the enemy Warrior. The enemy Warrior will have a star on his head. Voltok, the Druid, you are going to CC bot the enemy Death Knight. That will be your job until I call for the Death Knight to be killed. The Death Knight is going to have a triangle on his head. You'll do 3 Cyclones, you'll then do 3 Entangling Roots, then you will Bear Form Bash it, which will buy you the time for Cyclone to be off DR, and repeat the process into Cyclone Root, etc. For Seer, you are going to be a CC bot on the Ret Paladin. There is a solid chance the Ret Paladin will freedom either himself or others out of the root. To that end, verbalize it with your microphone and either Tomakinis or Big Jazzy as quickly as you possibly can. Get a Purge or Dispel Magic on the target that has Hand of Freedom, so that we can continue to get them rooted in place. The kill order, it doesn't terribly matter. I mean, there's a lot of downtime if the target, like especially in the first Cyclone, you can like continue to like heal and such. Those of you who have not been assigned a particular job, you will start by killing the Rogue, into the Hunter, into probably the Ret Paladin. It might actually be Rogue into, I'm just going to say it's Rogue into Ret Paladin. And then we'll get back on the Hunter from there. If you have any questions, do let me know. Here's a fish down by the blue square. Refresh Paladin buffs. No. Do not use Army of the Dead. And in regards to AoE, again, like there's no reason to actually touch Divine Storm on this fight. There's no reason to Consecrate on this fight. The mobs, there's no reason to Whirlwind on this fight. The mobs take 75% reduced AoE damage, so you're just like wasting your globals by doing those things, and potentially breaking CC by doing those things. So do not do any superfluous AoE. Like three Cyclones, then 3 Roots, then repeat the process. Crazy, are you here? Alright, well. Again, the enemy star, triangle, and I'll actually change it to a moon, are all incredibly dangerous if they... Oh, sorry, not triangle. Star, best triangle. The enemy star, triangle, and moon are incredibly dangerous if they get in range of you. Don't let star, triangle, or moon get in range of you. We'll kill skull first into moon. Here's a pull timer. That's fine. You can indestructible as early as right now. Yes, they last for 2 minutes. Please don't trade me when the pull timer is active.
5, 4,
Pop your indestructible.
3, 2, 1.
And get our heroism.
바닥 조심하세요.
Finish off the rogue. Alright. On to the paladin. No more cyclones on the paladin. The moon. He's got a skull, small pants on you. If you are the target of the paladin, still run away from him. But DPS, you are into the paladin. No, start healing. Like you can like watch, like set one of the enemy melee as your focus, and if you see them do what they just did to fucking Chansey, heal them. Would be like the intelligent thing to do. Anyways. Steer Battle Rose Blood Rogue as you can. Free fire, not a rush, but as you can, Battle Rose Chansey. Prioritize your CC, but if you are free to do so, then go ahead and hop on Gorgrim Shadowcleave before he does that again. Stop CC on Gorgrim Shadowcleave. If you are the target of Gorgrim Shadowcleave, then run away from Gorgrim Shadowcleave. Final DPS on Gorgrim Shadowcleave, the Skull, the Death Knight. Yeah, matters less, but... We have gotten 2 major threats off the field with the third on the way. Up onto Narhawk Steelbreaker the Warrior. Be mindful that he can put up retaliation. No more Cyclones on Narhawk. No more Cyclones on Narhawk Steelbreaker. He is now our kill target. With Narhawk dead, go ahead and kill Harkzog.
Fucking hard, so.
Got the skull on his face. With Harkzog dead, can kill the mage. And Hunter is the last threat on the field. They cannot kill anyone by themselves. Interesting. I thought Chansey had died to the Death Knight, but he died to the Ret Paladin. Nope, he died exclusively to the Ret Paladin. Uncertain. Okay, well then he should have just run away from it. Fred got death gripped by Gorgon Shadow Cleave, and yeah, no, he erased you in under a second. I don't have a good solution to. Well, I mean, just in the very moment you get death grip, pop all of your defensives.
이런 어리석은 짓을 리치왕 말고 또 누가 이득을 보겠? 위대한 용사들이 목숨을 잃어 무엇을 위해서였? 진짜 위협은 저 앞에 있다. 리치왕이 우리 모두를 죽음 안에서 기다린다.
You could reactively hop the grip, sure. You'd have to be very quick, but you could do it. It's a noob, but faction champions is definitely a common ending point for mortality. Anyways, we have the Scarab. Place your bid if interested in bidding on Citrina's Impeding Scarab. Some would consider this a best-in-slot Tinking Trinket. I think it's pretty comparable with the Credit Skeleton Key, but max health is better than the Absorb, but anyways, the point is Citrina's Impeding Scarab is the current active bid. Closing bid on the Citrina's Impeding Scarab. 3, 2, 1. Nam nam. Ready, a fish is going down for those who need by the blue square. Refresh paladin buffs raid wide to their maximum duration. Eat the fish if you need to at the blue square. Refresh your fish buff. Check your trinkets. If I had you equip, a PvP trinket, make sure you put on your normal trinket. Check your gear, check your specs, etc. One moment.
That's nice.
Same thing as on normal. You want to be pixel perfect stacked inside of the person. You want to take the dark alignment, unless you are willing to soak for the raid. If you have tank spec and gear, realistically, the thing for you to do, especially if you're on track for immortality, is to take be tank spec and gear and take the white. Yeah, well, of course. Yeah. Well, the entire raid takes the dark, and then soakers take the white. Yeah, they take the black. Yeah. Yeah, you can MD to me. That's fine. Atmosphere, please deploy summoning stone. Strike, if you are going to do this in the future, please make sure that you are parked outside so that we do not have to summon you into the instance. There's a fish down once you are in. Get him buffed once he is in. Fish here. Wreck the rogue. Crazy. Initiating the roleplay. Mistakes and tricks, with the exception of Warmand, are to Death Knight. The Death Knight, Warmand will do the Dark Pain to me. Again, be pixel perfect stacked inside of the blue square. Gets buffs from his basic. There's still time to do so. Get yourself dark aligned.
오, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Inside the blue square. Not left, not right, not forward, not back. What? Correct. We wait to see what special ability we get. Special ability in 3 seconds. Be ready to react to the special ability.
대상 변경하세요.
You have to swap to light, and attack dark. All raid, swap to light, attack dark. All raid, swap to light, attack dark. All raid, swap to light, attack dark. Smokers take the dark. Don't let dark balls impact the raid. We are moving to the dark portal. B-Suck. Not letting dark balls touch the raid. Raid be stacked. Wasabe, you should have taken the dark. Don't let dark balls reach the raid, or else that will happen. Seer Battle Res, Divine get Morgrim, Tree Fire get Chansey, Voltox get Big Jazzy. Is a Dark Vortex. Raid once again needs to swap. Raid swapping to dark. Raid swapping to dark. You must swap to dark or you will die to the Dark Vortex. Maybe you should not have taken the Battle Res during the Dark Vortex. Now you want to avoid light balls hitting the raid. Soakers are light, raid is dark. Soakers are light, raid is dark. Okay, sloppy Valkyr. No rolls for this. Indeed, click off and do not buff Power Word Fortitude.
그대들은 은빛 십자군의 강건한 용사임을 입증해. 우리는 함께 얼음 왕관 성체를 공격.
And do not buff Commanding Shout.
물리칠 걸세. 힘을 합친 우리
Once we are down, remain at the lake. If you need a flask, I will sell you a flask at the usual price, 100 gold per flask.
아서스, 넌 이미 수총으로 열세다. 서리한을 내려놓아라. 합당한 죽음을 안겨주겠다.
네루비아는 노스랜드의 얼어붙은 황무지 아래에 왕국을 건설했다.
Once we are down, again, just remain at the lake. Do not approach a noob. I do have assignments to go through. Just hang out by the blue square. Again, if you need to take a brief stretch, you can do so. I'll go through assignments. Best to assume yes. Yep. Alrighty, assignments are in the general of Discord. We have one chance to do this correctly. So make sure that you know what your job is, what you are doing here, how you're doing it. From the top, do not Typhoon. We don't have a Boomy, so that's not an issue. Do not Starfall or Mirror Images until the Burrow phase. For Chansey, make sure that you're holding your Mirror Images until the boss has burrowed. Do not cast Army of the Dead. Take that shit off your bar completely. Not a single DPS other than the Hunters is meant to attack the Burrowers until the Burrow phase. They are not for you, they are for me. No, you can still late. That's fine. Also, Nam is permanently doing late. In regards to the healers, you may notice that you are now each in an individual group, but I'll say it verbally and in raid warning. Crazy Paladin will be responsible for healing those in Group 1. You will beacon Death Knight, and you will look for penetrating cold targets in Group 1. If there are no penetrating targets in your group, then you can heal other penetrating targets in other groups, of course. Unglyph Holy Light. Morgrim, you are responsible for keeping up Group 2. You will also be responsible for keeping up Ancestral on the warrior tank, which is myself. Seer, you will be responsible for the lives of those in Group 3. Wasabe, you will be responsible for healing those in Group 4. Once Phase 2 starts, Wasabe, your purpose in life is to look for people in your group that have the penetrating cold buff and heal them. And then you can also heal both the main tank and off tank if you have nothing else to do. And then Divine, you are responsible for those in Group 5. Rep Paladins, you can throw Out of Warp procs onto penetrating cold targets if you like. Nam, as already discussed, you'll be keeping Judgment of Light up unless otherwise called for. Warbane, you're responsible for West, with Eye Hunter being East. Rogues of the raid, Wreck and Bread Rogue. Evil Tricks to Death Knight the Death Knight. I have Sandpiper and they're still in the second part. Oops. Anyways, the TLDR is continue tricksing to Death Knight until Phase 3, and continue tricksing him if threat is for some reason not established in Phase 3. In the event in the second phase you get penetrating cold on you, Rep Paladins, you should already have Sacred Shield on yourself. Death Knight's ready to AMS it, Rogue's Cloak, Mage's Frost Ward, etc. As has already been touched on, healers, your sole purpose here is to keep up the tanks and hunt penetrating cold targets. If there is no penetrating cold in your group to heal, then you can look at other groups to heal and heal them up. Once he is burrowed, you don't play any stupid fucking games with Pursuit. You take him to an ice patch and you break the ice patch. That isn't the north one. You take the Pursuit to the south and you break southern patches. It's okay. It's okay. Art Hut, Sea and Atmosphere, you guys will be doing your thing. I'll flare it before we go to pull on my warrior. Innervates, just as needed. Seer and Divine Dream, you guys can innervate yourself. Voltox and Tree Fire. Innervate the Shamans, Morgrim, and Wasabe as we enter Phase 3, whatever, it doesn't matter, they shouldn't need mana. As has been mentioned, click off and do not buff Fortitude or Commanding Shout for this fight. Once a noob is burrowed, again, you're not just holding your dick, hunt down and kill the Swarm Scarabs. Once a noob returns from the burrow, as mentioned on normal, we are not DPSing him until it has been explicitly called for. We'll be waiting for Acid-Drenched Mandibles to fall off. Bread will handle the wound poison. Commons, we do have a lot of you. One of you drop Nature Resistance Totem. Discuss amongst the three of you which one that's going to be. You don't all need to do it. Again, the Burrowers are not for you to attack until the Burrow phase. Overheal those penetrating cold targets. For the Rogues, make sure you're not Blade Flurrying until the Burrowers pass. And for the Druids, make sure that as we enter the final phase, you're letting your Hots drop and focusing Nourish on penetrating cold targets. That about covers everything. We have one chance to do this correctly. Correct. You do not need to think about them if they don't have penetrating cold. Correct. I will be rotating to the warrior in just a moment. Atmosphere, please deploy summoning stone, and I'll be back on the warrior in just a moment. Yeah. On your minimap, do you have like a big N on the minimap? Yeah. Correct, as we enter phase 3, heroism. No, like as soon as phase 3 starts, just like slap that button. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's BRB on where? I will do that. 1 second. It is to myself. Nah, that'll be fine. Yeah, everything will be up. Please initiate a summon on Mary W. the Warrior. I mean, why would you? I mean, I guess you can, but Freezing Slash is kind of a big deal. Ready check, ideally for pull. If you have any questions, now is the time to get those out of the way. Everyone has come back ready on the ready check. I'll do another ready check just to confirm.
주인님께서 약속하신 대로 손님이 왔구나.
And yes, just to clarify, Death Knight, I'm looking for you to like immediately shunt over to White Smoke Flare. What? No, I was not. Blue Square. Full timer being deployed. One shot to get this correct. Hunter, you are pet.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got a green smoke flare. Pretty good. Next one as close to like white-ish as you can. Hunters, do your job. Indeed.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Good enough. Hunters, prepare to do your job.
4, 3, 2, 1.
He will burrow in 5 seconds. You can start moving away from him. You
4,
can DPS the
3,
burrowers that are on me, but
2,
don't get yourself killed
1.
doing it. Zolo, take it south. Bring down patches in the south so Zolo has something to break. Again, you're not playing any stupid games with this, just go to the patch and break it. Bring down any ice spheres in the sky. Kill swarm scarabs, don't let them touch you and do your best to kill them. Art Hussy, you're being pursued, just take it to a patch. It's okay. Warp Ward, take it to a patch. Alright, need some slight play with this next pursuit. We do have 30 seconds to the emerge. Crazy Ass Pella. Hide it just a little bit and then hand a protection yourself. That's fine. No, it's fine. Okay, nope, here. Nope, okay, whatever. That's fine. Voltok. Kite it away, not to a patch. Get a hand of protection on Voltok. Voltok, just stop moving. You're good. He's coming up in 3.
2,
Do not touch boss. We
1.
got 50 seconds on Acid Drench. Kill that fucking Swarm Scarab on Death Knight. Do not touch the noob. Like extremely gentle damage on the noob. Go hard stack blue square. Take him back into position, Death Knight. Hunters, do your job. Again, we're not touching the noob right now. We're letting Acid Drench drop off.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Hard stacked blue square. Gently push the boss. Gently push the boss. 20 seconds on there. That's fine. Alright. Full push. We'll deal with it. Heroism.
Four,
Hunters, do your job.
3, 2, 1.
No one should ever be fucking cleaving.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Crazy, you let Wolf Druid die to penetrating cold. Let's see. Were we on track for immortality, you would have been the, Please hold for a DKP assignment. Roll Gloves of Bitter Reprisal. Gloves of the Lifeless Touch. Roll Bracers of Dark Determination. Foot pads. Going once, going twice, going two. Thank you for coming. So we got last rolled item here, the Blade of the Unbroken Covenant. Everything else would be a bid. Looks like Death Knight. And one moment, let me get these things in my bags. And begin bidding them. Ready. We'll start with the Regalia. Place bid if interested. Vanquisher Regalia. We do have 2 of these. Rogue Death Knight, Mage Druid. Most common interest is for Death Knights to be funny. I do have all of the things I would need to make like another warrior. But given that we had to scrape just to get this one going, I don't know that that is viable at this time on a Thursday.
반갑네.
Anyways, Vanquisher Regalia, 2 of 2. Place bid, Vanquisher Regalia, 2 of 2.
조금 더 기다려야 합니다. 몸 조심하게.
There are mix and match pieces with this set. Because you can do this like as a warrior or paladin without access to Icecount Citadel at all. If you watch like the seasonal realms, this is just like the best version of it. Anyways, Protector, yeah, absolutely. You need to do Eldor and you need to do Talk 10 and Knock. Yeah. Anyone for Protector Regalia? I got 2 of these.